Okay, y'all. So this is part two of the daily devotion for day three. So tell me, where are you struggling with trusting God's timing? What lesson do you think that God is trying to teach you about patience, spiritual intimacy, and preparation? And where do you get stuck? And I would love for y'all to drop, some examples in the comments and answer this devotion so that we can, connect with one another. And like I did for the first day, I'm going to share on my behalf. So, like I shared on day one, the biggest thing that I am struggling with is trusting and waiting on God to send me my God ordained, God fearing husband. Like I shared before, I want to get married and have more kids. I'm 28 years old. Um, and a lot of times, like I shared again on the first day, I've found myself like forcing relationships or accepting less than what I know I deserve simply because I want to rush to get married so bad. Um, and I've had a lot of difficulty, I won't lie, with just staying out of God's way and also just spending more time finding that gratification or that satisfaction in just Him. Amen. And just waiting on Him overall. Um, and I know that I need to focus on my spiritual intimacy, like I said, with Him first and foremost, and that everything else will fall in place. It's just hard, with me being human and with me, having fleshly desires. And again, I've seen though that my disobedience and entertaining of people prematurely have blocked and delayed my blessing for the miracle and the person that God does have for me. So I'm trying to do a lot better now by just waiting, and like I said, keeping my hand out the cookie jar, just staying out of God's way and being obedient, trusting Him, getting to know Him better, growing my relationship with Him, focusing on Him and, His will, so that, our wills can line up with one another. Um, and I think that God is trying to get my attention and really help me to purge in preparation of what He has for me. Amen. Um, I get, stuck a lot of times and trusting myself with my destiny. Um, just like other people, like I talked about, other people think that, um, what they have in life is based off of them, based off of their own merit, but that's just not the truth because God does have that plan for your life. Amen. But God is also a God of free will. Amen. And He's not going to force anybody's hand. So we still have to step out of His way for Him to move and reign in our lives. And just to end in prayer, God, you are the one who created time. You're in control. You're never behind. And I thank you. Amen. You're exactly where I need you to be.